The first touch that you take with your players is really important. You can score more goals by just using one first touch trick. So what are the best first touch tricks and techniques that you can use in FC26? Yup, we have talked a lot before about the first touch, but because it's really important, this video is gonna be only about the first touch. On this video, I'm going to show you how to improve your first touch. We're gonna be talking about the best tricks, mechanics, and techniques to use with the first touch. When it comes to dribbling, the first touch is a huge part of it. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video. Looking to build your dream team in FC26? U7buy is the most trusted website out there with fast delivery and 100% the safest way to upgrade your team. With over 40,000 reviews and verified by many huge content creators around the world. 24/7 online customer support, and now you can enjoy free coins with every order and the chance to win up to 4 million coins. And also you can use my code for a boosting service in FC26. Don't forget to use the code Y5K for an extra 8% off. And now let's jump straight into the video and let's start things up with a first touch trick that you can perform. Now, to be completely honest with you, I'm not really sure what this one called. However, as you can see, this is the animation that I'm talking about. You perform it by holding the R1 and the L1 on PlayStation or RB and LB on Xbox, and then you move your player towards the ball. When you are about to take the first touch, hold the R1 and the L1, and with the left stick, move your player towards the ball. You will get this animation, which is really good for the first touch that you can take with your players. To get the best out of it, it works really good inside the box, because as you can see from the animation, your player is gonna pretend like he is going backward and then he will change the direction using the first touch. And also, to get the best out of it, cancel it. What I mean about cancel it is when your player start the animation, take your hands off the R1 and the L1, your player is gonna cancel it and you will take a really quick and really effective first touch. To make it easy for you, let me give you this example. As you can see from this example, I am about to pass the ball to my striker. I hold on the R1 and the L1, and as you can see, the animation start for the first touch. But then I take my hands off the R1 and the L1 and my player is going to cancel it. He is going to cancel the animation. And that's how to cancel it. When the animation starts, take your hands off the R1 and the L1 and your player is gonna stop the animation and you will take a really quick and unpredictable first touch. Although cancelling it is really good, but sometimes even if you don't cancel it, it is really effective. The animation that you will get, your player is gonna pretend like he is going backward and then change the direction with the first touch. And that is a really good first touch to take with your players. Moving on into another first touch trick, I'm talking about using a skill move as your first touch. There are a lot of skill moves that can be really effective for you to use as a first touch. The one that we got on this video, it's going to be the Flair Nutmeg. Now, we have already talked about a barber spin as a first touch or the fake shot as a first touch. On this video, we're gonna focus on the Flair Nutmeg as a first touch. It is really effective. I'm not talking about any animation. No, I'm talking about this specific animation that you can get with the Flair Nutmeg. And to perform this animation, all you have to do when you are about to receive the ball, hold the R1 and the L1 and then flick your right stick backward, the opposite direction that your player is facing. With that, you will get this animation with the Flair Nutmeg. If you flick the right stick to the right or to the left of your player, you will get a completely different animation. I'm focusing only on this animation because it's perfect when you are on the edge of the box, when you want to cut inside the box. Not only that, also when your opponent is not controlling the defenders, when he is using the AI defending, using the Flair Nutmeg as your first touch can be so effective in game. As you can see from the clips that I'm showing you, it is really effective. When you are on the edge of the box and you are about to cut inside the box, the Flair Nutmeg can escape you from defenders and make sure that you cut inside the box. Like I said, I'm focusing only on this animation, which is really effective. Flick your right stick the opposite direction that you are moving to and you will get this animation. Moving on into some tips about the first touch. We have already talked about two of the best first touch tricks that you can perform, so let's talk about some tips to improve your first touch. First thing first, I'm pretty sure that you hear this all the time. When you are building up an attack or when you are in tight situations, take your hands off the running button. Don't hold the R2 button when you are about to receive the ball. If you hold the R2 button, if you hold the running button, your player is gonna take a heavy first touch. You are not gonna have a lot of control over the ball. So it's really important when you are building building up an attack, when you are in tight situations, when there is defenders that are close to your players, take your hands off the running button. Unless you are on the wing, you have got space, that time yup, you can take the first touch while you are holding the running button, so you can run into the empty space. But when you are building up an attack, take your hands off the running button when you are about to receive the ball. The second tip about the first touch, it's really important as well. Move away from the defenders. Don't take the first touch into the defenders. Take the first touch away from the defenders, especially when you are building up an attack, you are on the edge of the box. You can drag the center backs with your first touch and take them out of their position. To make it easy for you of what I'm talking about, let me give you this example. As you can see from this example, I'm building up an attack. There's not a lot of options for me. In tight situations, I always take my hands off the running button, and then when I pass the ball to my striker, I moved away from the defender, and as you can see, I dragged the center back out of position and then quickly triggered my center mid to get in behind, and I got in behind because I dragged the center back out of position. This is exactly what I meant about take the first touch away from the defenders. First thing that you have to do is take the first touch to the empty space, to the safe space. After that, you can act. You can see what's the best option, to go for a pass, dribble or shoot. But the first thing, and really important, take the first touch to the safe distance. Now, let's say you are about to pass the ball to your winger. You have got space. The best first touch that you can take with your winger on this situation is by holding the R1 button and then flick your right stick to wherever you want your player to exit. The reason why I said on the wing, because you need space. You cannot take this first touch in tight situation. You will lose the ball. Against AI defenders, it don't work. You need space. You need empty space your player can run into, and that's the reason why I have said on the wing. Whenever you want to pass the ball to your winger, you see some space and there is a fullback that is marking your winger. You want to escape from the fullback, hold the R1 button and then flick it to wherever you want your player to exit into the empty space. Now, yep, sometimes it can work not only on the wing, as you can see from this example, but to be completely honest with you, this example was based on luck because the center back moved away from the ball. Other than that, this only worked on the wing, so I highly recommend you to use it only on the wing. And maybe if you are running with your striker and you have got some space, it might work. I cannot guarantee, but what I can guarantee is on the wing. And the first touch playstyle plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of useless. You just need the normal playstyle, it will do the job. In my opinion, there is no huge difference between the playstyle and the playstyle plus for the first touch. So just the normal first touch playstyle will do the job. You don't have to go with the first touch playstyle plus. And even with the players who don't have the playstyle, almost everything that I have showed you on this video, it will work 100%. The first touch playstyle, yep, it can be important in some situations, but without it, you can take a good first touch. It's not that important. With that being said, this is the video done. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.